Hello friends, welcome to my channel Codingzilla. So friends, in this video we will know about the OOPS object-oriented programming interview question. So let's start. What is object-oriented programming and how it different from procedural programming? So OOPS is programming paradigm that use object and class to organize and structure code. Procedural programming uses functions to manipulate data and is less modular and harder to maintain than OOPS. What are the four pillars of OOPS and how do they related to each other? The four pillars of OOPS are encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. Encapsulation is the practice of hiding implementation detail from the user, and while inheritance allows a subclass to inherit properties and methods from a superclass. Polymorphism allows different objects to respond to the same message in different ways, and abstraction allows us to focus on the essential properties of an object while ignoring the irrelevant details. So next question is, how do you create a class in PHP and what are some common class design pattern? To create a class PHP, use the class keyword followed by the class name and body. And common class design pattern include the singleton pattern, factory pattern, and dependency injection pattern. What is inheritance in OOPS and how it is implemented in PHP? Inheritance allow a subclass to inherit properties and methods from the superclass. In PHP, inheritance implemented with the extended keyword. How do you use interface in PHP? And what are some benefits of using interfaces? Interfaces define a set of methods that a class must be implemented. In PHP, use the interface keyword to define an interface and keywords to implement an interface in a class. Benefit of using interface include making code more flexible and testable. What is polymorphism in OOPS and how it is implemented in PHP? Polymorphism allows different objects to reopen to the same message in different ways. In PHP, polymorphism is implemented with method overloading and overriding. What are abstract class in PHP and how do they differ from regular class? Abstract class are classes that cannot be inherited, but it can be subclass. They differ from regular class in that they can have abstract method which must be implemented in any subclass. How do you use traits in PHP and what are some common use cases of traits? Traits allow you to reuse code across different classes without using interfaces in PHP. Use the trait keyword to define a trait and use keyword to include a trait in class. Common use cases for traits include adding functionality to implement classes without creating a superclass and implemented multiple inheritance. Okay. And next one is, what is encapsulation in PHP and how it is implemented in PHP? Encapsulation is the practice of hiding implementation detail from user in PHP. Encapsulation is implemented with access modifier which restrict access to class properties and methods. What are access modifier in PHP and how do they affect class properties and methods? Access modifier are keywords that define the visibility of class properties and methods in PHP. Access modifier include public, protected, and private, and they affect how properties and method can be accessed from inside and outside the class. What is the difference between static and non-static in the PHP and when should each be used? Static belong to the class itself, while non-static method belong to individual instance of the class. And static method should be used when the method doesn't depend on instance specific data, while non-static method should be used when the method does depend on instance specific data. How do you implement method overloading and overriding in PHP and what are the some best practices? Method overloading is the practice of defining multiple methods. And what is constructor in PHP and how it is different from other class method. A constructor is a special method that is called when an object of a class is created. It is different from other class method in that it is automatically called when an object is initiated, while other method must be called specially. And what is different between abstract class and interface in PHP? Abstract classes can have both abstract and non-abstract method, while interface can only have abstract method. And second thing is abstract classes can have properties while interfaces can not. And third one is a class can only extend an abstract class but can implement multiple interfaces. Okay. In the abstract class, we can extend only one class, but we can implement more than one interfaces. Okay. What is the namespace in PHP and how it is used? A namespace is a way to group related class function and constant together to avoid naming conflict. In PHP, namespaces are declared with the namespace keyword at the beginning of a file or a block of code. What is the dependency injection and how it is implemented in PHP? Dependency injection is a design pattern that allows a class to retrieve its dependency from outside sources rather than creating themselves. Okay. In PHP, dependency injection can be implemented through constructor injection and setter injection or interface injection. What is the design pattern and what are some common design pattern used in PHP? A design pattern is a reusable solution to commonly occurring problem in a software design. Common design pattern is used in PHP include the singleton pattern, factory pattern, and adapter pattern and observer pattern. Okay. And next one is what is the solid principle in PHP and how does it relate to good design? The solid principle is a set of 5 design principles that promote good software design and maintainability. The principles are single responsibility, open close, live codes and substitution, interface and saturation and dependency inversion. What is a final class or method in PHP and how it is used? A final class or method can be overridden or extended by an subclass. In PHP, use the final keyword to declare a class or method as final. What is the magic method in PHP and what are some examples of magic method? A magic method is a method that automatically called by PHP in certain circumstances, such as when an undefined method is called on object. Example of magic method in PHP include construct, get. You can see magic method we will call double slash after that keyword like construct, get, set, toString and invoke. These are the magic methods. What is a trait conflict in PHP and how it can be resolved? A trait conflict occurs when two or more traits that a class use defined method with the same name. To resolve the trait conflict in PHP, use the instead of and as keyword to specify which method is used, or use the alias keyword to give one of the method a different name. What is the difference between the static and self keyword in PHP? The static keyword refers to the class that a method is called on, while the self keyword refers to the class that the method is defined in. In static, keyword can be used both static and non-static method, while the self keyword can only be used in non-static methods. These are the some questions are related to the OOPs and PHPs. For more asking question in the MNCs companies for the in the type of interview. So if you want to this PDFs, then you can join my Telegram group. I will provide the Telegram group in the video description, so you can download this PDF from there and prepare yourself a good preparation for the interview. Thanks for watching this video. We will meet for the next video. Like, share, subscribe my channel. Okay, bye bye. We will meet to the next video.